All right. All right, so we are back working on more emojis or emotes, whatever. So I knocked those two out last time because I had a little bit of a head start with some line work. Oh wait, need to fix that. That's not right. Real quick, let's jump here. Drop down. Here. Oh, don't do this. Okay. I don't know how, but I always seem to miss like one little spot of that. One little section. Alright, so we knocked out the hype and the angry face last time because I already had a good chunk of the line art done on the angry one. So that's why that happened. So pull out the palette. So real quick, we've got done this one, that one, and this one. So I need these still. Okay, so zoom out a little bit here. Okay. So I guess we could do this. Hello. How are you? It's been a while. Yeah, so we'll use hi, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. I wish there was something I could do on my end, but unfortunately there is not. But hopefully at some point it does not lag so much, or I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why it lags, unless you're watching at like a high resolution and network can't really handle it. I don't know. I guess there's a number of things that could kind of cause that. Alright, so I guess underneath. Actually, that should probably go to the bottom anyway. Let's do that. Okay, so we got hi, this is the one we're going to be working on. So drop that to 50. have I been? Yeah, I've been doing raster. Do it that way. Now, hopefully it's not lagging too bad for you today. I don't know. It's a bummer. So, one question kind of had is whether or not I'm doing that, just kind of the arch thing, or if I'm going to do an actual eye. I don't know. So we'll have to figure that out for this. I don't know. We already have a nose, we already have glasses that we can use, so it's kind of just the other stuff I'm working on for this one. I'll pull the circles in from the other ones. Again, hand. Probably actually have to make the hand. I don't know. Let's check. I mean, it's pretty... We can kind of recycle some of this, actually, I think. Possibly a fair chunk. So let's just grab this whole thing real quick. Ditch all of that, and I actually have to ditch the mouth as well, so let's do that. So let's see, that's grab the whole thing again. Shrink it up a little bit. Okay, we can rotate it a touch to get that kind of head tilt. Hey, how's it going? Okay, let's see. Honestly, I can almost use that hand as well. So, just wait, what is? Don't know what that one is. The hands. Here we go. So I'll modify it, but I'm going to reuse the hand as well. Oops. Actually, oh nice, that's cool. I've never done like a speed paint myself before. Okay, so I have to kind of adjust some of this stuff on the hand here, but definitely a good start. So let's get in here. So I found out that there is that thing here. Okay, yeah, it's that middle one. There. That is the better option for erasing with the vector stuff. So, like that. All right. So now that I have that figured out, that will help quite a bit. All right. So let's see. I'm going to want to move the thumb a bit here. So let's do that. Yeah, let's just grab that. Going to have to adjust the thumb. And then I don't want the fingers to be as like extended. I want them to be more normal. So I'll have to adjust those as well. But it's nice to have like a starting point here. Kind of like that version. All right, we are doing all right here. That changing it to that other version of the eraser helps quite a bit, actually. I was kind of surprised that it helped as much as it did. All right. Okay, so now we just need to, like, that pinky's fine. This just needs to be kind of straightened up, less of a curve going on to that side of stuff. Yeah, so first let's grab this bit here. We can rotate it a bit, slide it over, thin that finger out a bit as well. And that's one thing I'm gonna have to do with the middle finger. On top of that, let's kind of thin that one out. There we go. It's a little bit better. Speed paints are cool. Yeah, I haven't actually done like a speed paint thing myself personally. But yeah, they're super cool because one thing you can do with speed paints is like you could do like a recording and then just talk over it, which is cool, and then post that. Or you could just literally just put music over it and let it go. People like those too. Is that the that's the eraser that I had? Nope. Nope. Go back to my pen. Nice. Yeah, that's a simple one. Just putting music over something is pretty easy. Not having to talk is a nice little thing. Cool. Inside. Okay, so then for this one, oops, I need more. Oops, that's not great. Okay. that. It's better. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's better. All right. So for this one, let's go. Let's go like right there. Okay, so we're getting closer to what the hand should kind of look like. Let's ditch some of this junk here. We'll just kind of, yep, there we go. There. Nope, why are you not? Fill that little side, there we go. Yeah, it's not too far off from what I've got going on, so there we go. Grab that, slide it over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There. Okay. So, oops, not that one. There we go. What I need to do here? Let's see. Probably need to tilt this a little bit. Flip it up. Actually, no, it needs to stay kind of low. Again, I have like a hitchhiker's thumb, is what it's like, the kind of the technical term. So like some people this would be the hand, but mine, like when I like, that's a comfortable position for my thumb. It's kind of at that curve, so it might look a little weird. It looks a little weird even to me sometimes when I'm drawing thumbs, but then when I look at my own, that's what it's doing. So that's what I generally use for my reference, is my thumb. So even though it's not always going to look totally spot on, these are things you deal with. Like, that's my hand pretty much, so it is what it is at this point. Let's grab this whole thing real quick. Okay, let's zoom this out. Let's see, like next to my face, my hand's pretty much the same size as my face. Slide this over a little bit here. I want overlap, but I don't want any tangent type thing going on. So like around there is a good amount of overlap. Let's make it a slightly larger. All right, go in here. Nope. Yeah, it's fine actually. We'll just close that gap. Okay, so world's greatest hand, probably not, but it's a hand. It is what it is. Grab the head here, and we'll shrink it a little bit more, just a little bit, nothing crazy. Put it like right there. That's not bad. All right. Now, these are all vector layers here. That one is not. That's interesting. So let's drag this up. Let's see if that kind of makes it into a vector layer, or if it... No, it makes it a raster layer, which is interesting. Okay. So just gonna delete that layer entirely. We're gonna merge these, and we'll rename it. Boom. All right. So again, you can kind of just do this, and that does exactly what I wanted it to, which is awesome. Again, doesn't always happen, which can be frustrating. But now that I've got the right selection for how the eraser should be working, it's kind of doing what I want it to. Kind of. We'll see. Let's just ditch that one. Now let's do that. There we go. Okay, so a raster layer is what you would get. So raster is pixels, whereas vector is points in a mathematical equation, essentially. So when you have a vector layer like this, I can take this and I can grab this whole thing and I can drag it so it is just enormous, and there's no loss on what I've dragged. So just back that all up. But if I do the same thing on this layer here, back here, which is a raster layer, actually, let's just grab this little spot here. So if I drag this up, you see it's not going to have the same like effect. It's going to make it, it'll make it blurrier. It takes a lot more effort for the computer to put that where it's going. So instead of making and using individual points like the line art on my other layer, it's just every mark that is made by the brush has to be computed and expanded, and then when I come in closer, it's kind of blurry and out of focus looking if I make it larger. So that is what happens, because like right now it's not crisp necessarily because I used a pencil type brush, but it's a lot clearer. Yes and no. It's just a difference of how the computer handles what is put on the screen. So a vector is really crisp and clean at any size. Like it'll pixelate when I get really close in like this, just because you're using pixels to depict it. But if I were to just drag it and make it gigantic, the pixels wouldn't there are no pixels, so it's not being affected. It's using a mathematical equation to show you what's there, as opposed to the pixels. Instead of like using pixels to draw, you're using mathematical equation, so it allows it to be adjusted to any size without any loss of resolution to your image, which is why I use it for my line art when I'm working, like my final line art kind of situation. I like to be able to kind of adjust those things without having to worry about that, and then you can always turn it into a raster layer later when you're finished. But because it's points in a mathematical equation as opposed to pixels on your canvas, it's less demanding on your computer. And yeah, it's interesting. So it's not necessarily like it's lower resolution in a way, but that's not exactly it. It's somewhat hard to explain, I guess, is what it comes down to. But so vector, if you think of it in this way, so vector is just a point in a line, essentially. Like it's a point in a line, as opposed to raster, which is talking about like you using pixels. It's really hard to explain. Like if I were using Photoshop, everything in Photoshop is raster. If I was using Illustrator in the Adobe Creative Suite, that everything in that is vector. So that's why a lot of people use that for like logos and type and stuff like that, as opposed to Photoshop, which was originally made for image manipulation to begin with. It just happened to somehow become the standard for people to, for some reason, use in digital art as well. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it did. I forget where it is that I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Wait, here. This should be it. So, see, when I select this tool, I get all these lines, or these points on these. So each of these marks, I have points that I can adjust. So like I could literally grab this point here and just drag it out. Whereas if I was to, like, nothing on this other layer, there's nothing like that on this. So what you see is what you get with that layer, whereas on this layer here, I can adjust all of this. I can grab this one little spot here and I can pull that way out. It's really weird, but it's also really, really helpful. Like there's probably a jumble of junk right here in this like curve. So I could go in here, I could delete a bunch of points and smooth that out if I wanted to. It's very interesting. It's something that's not super important to know necessarily, but it is nice to like know that as an option kind of situation. Let's see if that, nope, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, so wait, so what I don't understand is why it's like deleted part of it last time and not, okay. Okay, so let's do that. But yeah, that's what kind of allows me to, once I found the correct setting for the eraser, it allows me to
get rid of the overlap a lot cleaner on my line art now. So that's nice. Okay, so we got that. I need my glasses. Where are there? Glasses. Bring that up. So yeah, fun stuff. I enjoy like things like that. To me, it's kind of neat. You have that option to kind of do that, change it up. Let's drop this a little bit more. Yeah, no problem. It's helpful stuff to know. So always here for a little bit of help. All right, let's get in here. Smooth that little section there a little bit. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that is probably going to be a problem. Well, actually, it wasn't. Shocker. Again, not a problem. All right. Cool. Okay, I should probably actually grab that. Actually, I don't have to do that at all. I can just copy that. Or duplicate the layer, I mean. There we go. So let's drag that down here. Let's grab, whoops, let's do that. Grab that one, delete it. And then we will just merge those layers. There we go. Okay, and hide that. There we go. Now we're good. So I'll have a smoother set of glasses for the next time I need them, which is always positive. Okay, grab that. So check that over here. All right. So now we've got a nose. And we can hide the nose again. So yeah, we got a nose, glasses down. Need to do a mouth, and then I think that we move on to the color and all that. So that's not too bad. We're half hour into this, not too much. Yeah. Yeah, if you ever have like a question about what I'm doing, please feel free to ask. If I can explain it, I will try. I can't make a promise, but I will certainly attempt to explain what I'm doing. Always happy to do that. Actually, let's grab all those. We're going to merge those down to one layer again. I'm sure you're good at something. Everyone's good at something. And believe me, it took me a long time to even get moderately good, like where I am now. But I appreciate that. It's always nice when someone thinks you're good, at least. That's a tight squeeze. I need to get in a little closer on that one. I actually did a good job on that side. So we're going to push that one out a little bit. No. There we go. Okay. Control G. Shrink it down a touch and slide it over. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Curl Twitch. Thank you for joining me. I always appreciate people popping in and seeing what's going on. It's a lot more fun for me when I have people to chat with. So awesome.
That is not the name I want for this, so oh, I got a thank you. Appreciate the follow. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, we need to do the eyes, and I don't know if I want to do like regular eye or if I want to do the little arch situation. Arch situation is really simple, obviously. It's really easy. Work on the mouth first, I guess. Work from. Actually, let's back that up. Yeah, I did it that way, which is fun. I left that one side open. Let's try that. Let's try leaving that side open. And I think it'll turn out good. I already have half of the animatic in mind. That's awesome. Aw, bummer. Come up through there. There we go. I hate when it's not quite overlapped enough. Like that. There we go. Nope. Bummer. Okay, so let's try and go through here like that. So close. Do you remember what an animatic was? Yeah, it's like a simplified animation, essentially. Kind of bare bones. Essentially like keyframing, like basically kind of what you're doing. From what I remember. Let's see, let's do, yeah, actually that's not half bad. Right there. Whoops. Yeah. So let's back this up. Let's see. Let's ditch that for right now. I cannot see what's happening right there. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not half bad. Back that up. Look. Go forward one on there. Yeah, probably like that, I guess. Actually, we need it to go lower, though. Yeah, we'll do that. That one. All right. So, and then. Yeah, it was keyframe animation, like a sketch for the animation, but yeah. Yeah. So, like, rough, but not rough. Let's see. So I think I made that Yeah, no, good. I thought I whatever. Thought I changed the name of that, which I probably did, but then did something dumb. Okay, so there's that version. Let's try and make real quick. Just make this eye situation. Actually, that wasn't too bad. There. Okay. It's about as close to a circle as I'm going to get without actually making a circle. That was so cool. There we go. All right. Ditch that. Pretty solid. Yeah, okay, that'll work. That's not half bad. Let's grab that whole thing. Bring this up here. Shrink that sucker way down. Rotate it a little bit and pop it back up a little. Boom. All right, so we got that. So let's see. Yes. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. So yeah, those, merge those together. Arch. Eyes. Let's go grab that. And then we could just swap that out. Rotate it a little bit. Okay, put it right there for right now. Hide the arch eyes. Zoom out here. Need to move that. Let's get in a little bit closer. Flip that eye. Flip that. There we go. See. There we go. Okay. So that is one option. put those both on the same. Merge select eyes. Boom. Okay, so we've got arch eyes, we've got regular eyes, probably the arch eyes, honestly. Even though I really do like how those eyes came out. Unfortunately, I don't think that's where those should be. Actually, hold on, let's get in a little bit closer here. Separate those. They belong up a little bit higher there. Rotate it a touch. Okay, and then we can kind of slide them in a bit, because that's where they would more likely be. I will leave it like that. Okay, and this one, in case I, at some point, down the line, decide I want to change this up a little bit, I have that option. Yeah, right about there. All right. So let's grab that. It's a little bit large, I think. So we can kind of move that. Probably skew it a little bit and get it to look a little bit more correct, but something like that. Slide that over. Yeah. Something around that situation, kind of what I'm looking for. So even though I'm not even going to be using these eyes for this, I want them to be kind of where I would have them if I were to change my mind and use these. So that's all we're doing right now, is kind of adjusting where they sit, how big they are, matching the rest of this. Boom. So there you go. And again, I'm going to be using the arch eyes, but nice to have that as a background, backup for what I do. All right. Got the mouth, nose, eyes, everything's done on this layer. So now I can move to the next part of this, which is going to be the color. And we can ditch the under part there. Grab that. Paint on here and under all of this. There we go. So my color layer I just make raster. I don't mind that. Okay. So boom, 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 boom. Tiny little spot there. It's not working. Okay, whatever. All right. Right, and the center of those, and this line here. And then we've got skin.
And I got the blue, the dark gray for the black parts of this. That's very interesting. I don't know why there's red up there. I thought maybe I didn't. I thought I had like a dark. I don't like the black for that, so I'm not going to do that. That's my white, my off-white color. Try not to miss a square here. Oh, no, that's not right at all. There we go. And then grab that one, do that, there we go. And I don't understand why, but it has created on the black again, it made that outline. I don't know why it's done that. It's not the first time it has done that. Oh, no. Pin bucket, just make sure. Alright. Super weird. But just go through, color it all in. Not the end of the world. Gonna have to do that for some small parts. Other places too, like that little small section there. But yeah, I don't understand why that happened. Happened last time I did it too. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know if I changed like a setting somewhere or what, but it's a thing that happened. Easy to remedy, just go around with my brush and fill that little spot. No big deal. Apparently there's a little runaway section right there on my line art that I should go in and fix. And what's interesting is it didn't do it to the inner lines here. It just did it to my hand-drawn outer lines and inner lines. I don't know if that has, like, because these were circles I made with the actual, like, tool instead of hand doing that, or if it's just random, or I don't know. But just go in, we fix it real quick. And it only seems to be happening to my like off black color here, because it did the same thing the last time I did this. All right. Okay, so we've got the blue, the red, the off-whites. I need to do one real quick here. That color right there. Minimize that again. Put that on that layer again. I thought I did, but apparently I did not. Now it is. Okay, so grab that, throw that down. Much more human looking. All right. So now let's grab that color. Go to my pen. We're gonna make that. Actually, I pulled this from. Actually, I pulled it from the dead version. So just I did that one as a related too. Cool. Yeah, let's just grab that kind of section up here. See if that can save me a little bit of time. Yeah, I don't put in the eyebrows when I do like the over exaggerated faces. Not entirely sure why, but just something I yeah. Yeah, again, I don't really know why that is, but I don't. Just another little quirky thing. But you are absolutely correct. I did not do that. Okay, let's. Oh, it's almost. There we go. Sweet. Let's say that is pretty much right where it needs to be. We just erase this bottom section out here. Just little things like that save a little bit of time. It's nice. So now I can, let's just grab that. And we just merge those. Boom. And we go here. Got the shiny bit. So first I need to go in. Go here. And we can just put that. Actually, I don't want to do it that way. I'll just use the bucket. It's faster. So we can do that, and then I can add the shine from the other one because why not? Actually, just grab both of those, slide it down. See if I can't get these to fit where they're supposed to here. Super close. Super close. If we rotate this, that is almost it. So shrink that a little bit. Rotate it a touch. Slide it up one, over one. I think that's it right there. Boom. And I honestly don't think of stuff like this as cheating. I did the work. I'm just reusing it. So I have that right. It's my stuff. It's just shortening up some stuff that I've already done. All right, so let's see. For some reason, there's like a small clip of color in there. I don't know how I missed some of that, but I did. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, so I think that's quite a bit we've got all knocked out here. Just out of abundance of precaution, filled out a spot that looked like it was not filled. That, yeah, that's the whole thing. Okay. Right, because I did something. Name it again. There we go. Fix that one. Runaway. Okay, so now that we've got all of that down, can move on to my next little part here, which is I like to do the beard. So just so we're going to grab that color there, and we're going to use the pencil and take some color. Sorry, I don't know if you're still there. Last etchy. I always forget how that should be. But hello to you if you're still there. So let's see. We got. Okay, so let's do this. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Nice. I need to draw more traditionally. I've kind of stopped a little bit since I've started doing my stream, but every once in a while I try to get back to it. I do like that. Okay, so it's from a song called Overthinker. It's 50% made of pop. Philosophical talking. I was going to animate a simple person talking those parts, talking about life and stuff. That's awesome. You should. I would. That would be cool to see when it's all done. Definitely share that. Drawing a new sketchbook. That's really cool. And I apologize. I stream to multiple platforms, and normally, like, everyone can see all the different stuff, but for some reason, there's no way to connect the chat that I found for Picarto. So, unfortunately, no one can see your messages, and you cannot see anyone else's messages, but yeah. So this really simple part here, and all this is on a separate layer, so I can easily delete it. One of the nice things about digital art versus traditional art is I can delete anything I want at any point and start fresh. But yeah, no worries. Honestly, most of the time when I realize that someone has said something on Picarto, they're normally gone. So this is an improvement for me, because I have to have like your window up, and I don't always see the message promptly because my messenger for everything else is on the other side of my screen. So no worries. I appreciate you stopping in and checking out what's going on anyway. It's very, always help, glad for the support. Yeah. I normally have like a video or something in the background going for sure. I like, especially like
the only traditional stuff that I have been kind of doing was the old D&D December prompt. Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but I cannot get the get it connected through the bot, and I'm not that tech savvy to where I can figure that one out, honestly. So, but they're talking about sketching in their sketchbook, and they normally have music going. So, and like I normally have like Critical Role right now going in the background normally when I'm drawing, traditionally on like my lunch break and stuff, because I love D&D, and I also have been working on like D&D prompt stuff from the D&D December from this last year, just because I can and it's fun. One second here. Check that out in this. 1 second. Bloop. Bloop. Can do. Nice. That's neat. That's really cool. And for some reason that has like frozen up. Cool. Okay, let's clean this edge stuff out here. Yeah. I have a couple of OCs that I've done. I did some really kind of poor sketch work of 1 or 2 OCs on this channel, actually. Did one like fully done piece, which I need to go back and kind of fix, actually, because it's a little darker than I wanted it to be. Look, no. Bump this back up here, and then let's see. There we go. What does prompt mean? One sec. I'll just bring it up. Boom, boom. So let's see. Images. Nope, not December. December. I'm not seeing the one that I'm using, but let's just click D in December. Ah, that is the one. Open in view image. There we go. Okay, so let's pop this off. So this right here is what I am talking about. It's a prompt is just like a list of stuff. So the first day would be human, and then you roll a d12 and it tells you which class, and then same for each day following. So yeah, that's a prompt. Just something to help you draw, essentially. And that's kind of what they do. D&D December fun stuff, because I'm a nerd. So yeah, that's kind of what that is. It's prompt. Let's see, yeah, there we go. Just kind of erase this a little bit here. Yeah. Just a list essentially to kind of help you draw, like, not necessarily daily, but to help you like maintain drawing. Yeah, a challenge, a prompt. It's it's like it goes by, like, they go by all kinds of different things. Prompt is kind of how I just, it's the easiest way, because like it's prompting you to do something essentially. For me, that makes sense. But yeah, it's like D&D December challenge, Inktober, like that's kind of, yeah. This is helping a little bit, not as much as I would like, but actually, let's see, so we're back up. Nope, not right. There we go. That's, okay, let's fill that little spot there. That little spot is there. So, yeah, okay. Is that still like pinwheeling? Yeah, why is this? What? I don't know, that's, for some reason that website is not, at least on my end, it's pinwheeling for whatever reason. But it seems to be working fine on other spots, I think. I don't know. Okay. So we've got all the flat colors done. We can move on to the shading, which is always, again, I can actually just kind of pop this up, and I can grab this and just kind of copy it and put it down. Which, you know what, for the heck of it, why not? Just gonna grab that. And okay, so it's gonna go over the, yeah. So let's shrink it down so it kind of fits the right way. That actually is kind of close. Believe it or not, kind of close. Boom. Oof. Advice on lighting. Practice. It is not something that is easy. I don't find it easy. I feel like if people are being realistic, they don't think it's easy. It certainly takes me a lot of effort to get it right, and I don't normally get it right, so there's that. It's just one of those things that you just keep trying and trying and trying and hope you get there, essentially. Like I said, this is not something that's easy for me by any means. It takes me a lot of effort and time to get things right. One of the best suggestions I can give you as far as lighting goes is if you can find a like legitimate reference in a very similar pose to what you have, I would highly suggest doing that. It's a great way to kind of help you out. And also, if you kind of follow other people who do like really good shading and stuff, that's always helpful. Taking a cue from people who are really good at that stuff. Again, I am not really good at this stuff. I try very hard, but cannot say that I'm good at it. On occasion, I get it right. And on a lot more occasions, I don't. And it is just kind of that situation where it's like, I hope it's right. If it's not, maybe I'll get it right next time. There's no shame whatsoever in not getting it right. Because, I mean, light is very difficult to pin down and figure out, for sure. Especially when you're kind of starting and you're still, like, the last thing I would be worried about as far as artwork goes is your lighting, because again, it is really, really difficult to like figure out. Like, I'd worry about my trying to find my style and like a lot of other things quite a ways before I'm worried about my style. I mean, my lighting. Like, I still haven't really found a style in my mind that is really totally mine and that I don't want to change. And you will always like change your art style no matter what, honestly, but your core, once you find it, I think kind of stays, but little things will always change. But yeah, lighting, if you can find reference, that is the best thing you can do for yourself, is just kind of use reference until you can kind of figure out your style of lighting, to go with your style of everything else. Like, do you like my like go-to for lighting pretty much every time is upper right corner of my paper, which in all of these emotes that I've done is exactly the lighting I'm using. It's simple, it's easy to do. I don't have to worry about like anything super complicated. Like, if I were to ever try to do anything more complicated than like, upper right corner, absolutely, yeah, it changes. Your art style will, yeah, constantly change throughout your journey, 100%. But yeah, so as far as lighting, if I were to ever try like a 2-point kind of lighting situation, I would be 100% going to a reference picture or someone who has done it really, really well, and try and mimic their
their lighting. There's nothing wrong with trying to use someone's lighting that has done a really good job. You never should trace something like that. I need lighting that's LED light. Like, are you talking like actual lights in a image, or like lighting, like how things are showing the light? Totally different things, and slightly easier to kind of mimic light sources, I guess. I don't know. That's let's just kind of push this up onto here like that. Like so. If I'm understanding this correctly, you want to draw a light, or no, lighting a person? Okay. Yeah, that's, I don't know if like the kind of light matters too much, but other than like the color it's going to give off. But yeah, I would say you should definitely check out like reference pictures of kind of the lighting you're looking for. Would be really helpful. So let's throw down. Yeah, so I did that kind of wrong there. And it's okay to change up how you're doing it a little bit if you notice that you're doing it kind of wrong, the wrong way. Beautiful thing about digital stuff is you can totally do that. Yeah, I think as far as like, oops. As far as that goes, I would say finding reference is your best friend. Lighting a person with LED lights, it really depends on just, it's more of where your light is coming from that you're worried about in that kind of situation, as opposed to what kind of light it is. Hello. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. Yeah, so like I have an LED light that I could be using on my webcam here, and it would really brighten, like blow me out a little bit. So like that's a little bit. I can really brighten it up. That's like, and it's adjusting a little bit to like the shading and stuff. But yeah, so there's that, and that's with it totally off because I bounce light to get it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just working on emotes on this right now. But yeah, let's see. We got. So, I mean, I could do. Let's say I have the light coming from the upper side there. But at the same time, I had a second light. I am using Clip Studio Paint, and it is lovely. I like it a lot. Yeah, like at the same time, there was a light
of a different color coming from the bottom here, then I would have to deal with that. That's the kind of stuff where it gets a little fuzzy lighting wise when you have like 2 points of light. But as long as you've got 1 point of light, there's a lot of like reference images that you can use to find the light source you're looking for. And then it's just a matter of, is it kind of bluish, orangish, yellow? That's where like LEDs versus sunlight and stuff like that kind of comes into play, is when you're in that kind of situation. It's Zan20. You can find me on all the stuff is pretty much down there. It's Zan20. Where I post my art. My YouTube is not down there, unfortunately, but it's the same as all. If you search Zan20, you should be able to find me, and you can see all my old streams and stuff like that if you want. I haven't posted like real videos to YouTube. I did 2 tablet reviews, but for the most part it's just this kind of thing. Yeah. Yes, thank you. It's Zan20. It's real. I try to keep it real simple so it's easy to find me. Because the last thing I want is to make it difficult to find me. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, let's just kind of meet this all up here, I think. So, and then, yeah, we're just going to kind of push this like that. See, this, like, the hand here is where I get confused as to where my shading should be, just because it gets real weird. There's a lot of nooks and crannies. There's, yeah. That is my artist name. I don't know, it just kind of happened. One of the first characters I ever made was Zan, and then when I got Xbox Live, that was already taken, so I added 20 to that, and that just kind of stuck around forever. So that is the story behind that name there. I do share similar letters, not all of the letters, but a chunk of them. But yeah, it is my artist name. It is not my legal name. Let's see. Let's do kind of maybe this. Hands are super weird. Like the angle for that. See, like, can kind of get the shadow on that. It's kind of difficult because light's coming from a lot of different angles bouncing off of walls here. So maybe I'll do this like that. And just kind of meet this down here. Do that. I don't know if that's far enough. Or close enough I should do that or not. Yeah, the hands super confusing. Can be really annoying. This is a situation where I would really like to have a drawing or a reference image to help me out. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Okay, let's do that. And this would also be like a good, because there's so much complexity to the hand, essentially, it would be a good time to use a soft shadow as opposed to a harsh shadow like I'm doing. But I'm doing the whole thing in kind of harsh cell shade style shadowing, so I'm not going to do that. So what I will do is, let's just do this here like that. So I'm just gonna simplify the whole shadow as much as possible here. Curve that a little too straight. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's we'll do that. That works, I think. It's close enough to what I'm looking for, I think. I don't understand why that looks like that. There we go. Go back to the color layer here. Oop. There. Like, I know that didn't really have that, but it's hard not to put it there. Winter high, let's see. I think those glasses are a little too tilted right now. So I'm going to go in here. Oops. All right. Again, always appreciate when you step in. It's always fun. And always here to try and help with questions if you got them. So let's do that. Slide it over slightly, I guess. Drop it down a little bit. Pop that into place right there. I think that's a little better. Put the pin on. Fill that little spot. I don't think anything else really kind of, but we'll just throw down. Okay. Fix that shadow. There. Okay. So we got, why can't I text in general? What? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I'm seeing your things. I don't know what's going on. Very good. Oh, 1 second. I have to, I don't know why, I need to figure it out, but real quick. Nope, I need that out here. There we go. I need to hold on 1 second. Server settings, nope. No. What? You disappeared. I don't know where you went.
Let's see. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know where you went. What? No! I did not do that. How did that happen? Okay, hold on. I swear I did not. Shoot. Hold on. Never. Okay. Yeah, join one more time and I'll fix it. My bad. Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay, there you are. And there you go. Now you should be able to post. And okay. There we go. Okay, so you should be good now. I guess technically it would be more on this side here, and less so on this side. There. So you should be able to post in general now. And on the so there should be the streaming, sorry, 1 second. But stream chat should be where you post right now if you want it to pop up here. That's the one I have linked so that general doesn't get flooded with all this stuff. Aha, there you go. Yeah, so everything should be in stream chat, and it also pops up everything in stream chat except for Picarto. Still don't know how to fix that one, but all right, yeah. So if you post in the stream chat server part, it should pop up here, I think, as far as I understand. Yeah. Yeah, if you can post in PixnArt, that's totally awesome. Do that. Always happy to see people's artwork in there. Right now, I think I'm the only one who's posted anything there, pretty much, but everyone is welcome to post in that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't know why it was the other way around on the other, or why I did it the other way around there in the first place. Okey-dokey. That's pretty much it for this one. I don't have a whole lot of time left to stream, so we probably won't get too far into the next thing here, but let's make a folder. Hide. Let's grab
I'll leave the regular. And no, I have the right. Yeah, no, I can just grab this one. That's on my liner layer, right? Or is that on? Nope, it's on the arch eyes layer. So let's just grab that. X. Go down here. There we go. Okay, so all of this can be dragged into this. All right. Actually, let's grab that. Oops. Slide that up there. That's where that's gonna sit. Minimize that. Keep the palette. Those are all done. Guess I could start work on this one. Sure, yeah, let's do that. New vector. All right, and then we just need to get here 50% up over here. And again, just cause it's so easy to just kind of start the whole thing with that. Oops. Just bust that down here. Okay. Let's tilt it a little bit. Yeah. All right, so we got, there we go. Okay. We're going to ditch all of this. No, can't ditch that one, but actually, I'll have to let's see if I want that for the nose or not. I'm not sure. Because I liked, I forget which, not that one. Angry. I had that style nose for the angry. Let's grab that nose. All right. Hide that again. That. Okay, leave that there for right now. Nose. Okay. The other thing I need, let's get on high real quick and go line art. Go in here and copy. Oh. Oops. Which alt for this one? There we go. I think that's kind of separate.
Okay. Something like that. All right. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Right now I'm not. I don't know if you're still there. Again, sorry. I don't. Right now I'm not really doing requests just because I'm trying to knock these things out. I have a couple more of these before I get to anything like that. But yeah. But on occasion I do take requests for like sketches for warm up. No worries. Yeah, no. I don't mean to sound like a jerk or anything like that. It's totally okay to ask. I don't mind that at all. Just, yeah, I'm just trying to knock all of these out. Once these are done, I would take like sketch requests and stuff to warm up. Totally. Be fun. I like that. That's something I like to do. So no worries. Totally cool. Real quick, let's grab that. I want to. There. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see. We've got. Got that. I need to do the mouth. So let's jump over here and actually let's real quick grab this and drag this up above this. Yeah. We'll merge these. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm more than happy to take like sketch requests like at the beginning of the stream and stuff like that. And when if I don't have any ideas, I'll always try and take requests and stuff for sketching and whatnot. But yeah. When I also like I'm only gonna be on for another like couple minutes before I have to go get ready for work, so I don't want to start anything crazy or anything like that. Just try and kind of knock this out. Wrong color. There we go. I think we need to push that up a bit more. There we go. Nope. Just do that. Oh no, let's see, is that... Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's not half bad there. Just kind of like that too. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, please don't ever feel bad about asking anything on my channel. I'm not going to be upset about anything like that.
my stream, my channel, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So like already, just because I've done so many of these and I've done them all in vector line, it saves me so much time. So much time. But we're not on that layer, so we need to be on this layer here. Okay. There's just a couple things that I need to take care of here. Okay. There we go. Nailed that. All right. Okay, let's hit. Oops. Yeah, not like that. There we go. It's so much nicer. Okay. So let's see, I don't know if I want that nose or that nose. Honestly, let's grab this one. Yeah, I think that's probably where that should be. I'm gonna say, real quick, let's grab this. Nose. Okay, so this one I would kind of bump up a little bit. Slide up. Touch. So let's look at this. This version versus this version. I think that one kind of does what I want a little bit more for this particular one. And let's actually change this to free transform a little bit here. Do that. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Oh, we're not on that layer. Okay, I don't know what. There's nothing on. Okay, so let's just delete that. I think that was one I accidentally didn't move, or I cut it and I didn't do what I thought I did. Okay, so let's do put it all the way to the top here. We're going to merge these down. Cool. All right, real quick. That. All right. Let's just ditch that one. Whoops. I keep doing that. It just deletes what's on the layer and not the actual layer. Okay, I'm gonna drag that down underneath the palette again. So we've got all the line art already. Super fast. So let's real quick, let's go here. just grab. Seriously? Every time. Every time. Nope. I want the... Okay. But seriously, I don't understand how it happens every time I forget. Alright, let's grab this sucker here. Just grab this hole. I don't even care. Don't even care. Cooler. Look. Man, this is not matching at all, which is kind of weird. Honestly, the only thing I really need here is the top bit anyway. I can... Yeah. It's legitimately almost where it should be, which is kind of ridiculous. That'll work. All right. Let's get in a little bit closer. Just kind of fill this a little bit.
All right. Okay. Got this. So this okay. There we go. Just flip that. Whatever. Just do it. Yeah. Don't know why I erased it on the other side, as opposed to just doing it that way. There we go. All right. Okay, we got it. All that kind of done. All right. And slide this up and hide it. Grab my paint bucket. Grab that color, I guess. Red. 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 Wrong. Ring. There we go. Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got the pretty much all the color I need to call it now. Cool. So we got one done. This one's almost complete. Just need to do some small things and it'll be all good. So thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Always way more fun when I got people tuning in and talking and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's always a pleasure. You can find my art and stuff down here. Instagram, Twitter, my YouTube is at Zan20. If you want to watch any of the older streams, they're all there. There's a lot of them. They're not always great, but there's a lot of them. So yeah, I have a Discord as well. You can find, I guess, on my YouTube I'm not entirely sure where I put that, but I guess you can find it there. I don't know. Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you want to see work in progress stuff and all of my finished work and all that stuff. Super easy to find on Instagram. I also do like art shares and stuff on Twitter, so sometimes my stuff gets a little bit buried. But yeah, easy to find on Instagram, pretty simple to still find on Twitter, but you know, one or the other, you can find it there. I also always post my work in progress updates on my Discord and various number of servers that I'm on there. So yeah, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I got to go get ready for my essential work job. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next time.